Alright, I brought these up. I had somebody at the door. So, check out the socket. I thought it would let me. Maybe I have to go to memory for it. Well, here's memory. Currently look like no, it's not. It's actually the frequency. It's 3200 RAM. See, 32 gigabytes of DDR4. I mean gigahertz. Is it? Yeah, gigabytes RAM, and the frequency is that. That's not the default clock. The default clock is I think it was 12 and 13, 16 cache latency, 20 and 40. Oh, here, okay, that's high. I thought, okay. Slot 2 and 4 is the ones I'm using. Let's see, 16 gigabyte, yeah, XMP, the second one. So I am overclocking my, yeah, see, 1600 megahertz. This is where I'm at, running right now. And these are default here. So I am overclocking the RAM. Go to slot 4, 1300, 16 here, the max, 135 volt. Slot 1's not nothing. Here's my motherboard information. And go back to the CPU, showing here's the current voltage, and here's the max right here, the wattage it's able to use. And an 8-way, 8 times 32 kilobytes. And here's the core speed of the, what is that, the core clock of the RAM? No, that's the processor. So I don't think it's overclocked. I have to check my graphics card information because it might be. Here's some information of the graphics card that I'm using. Okay, the Radeon RX 6600s I actually have in there. And also, of course, you got your default AMD onboard graphics on the processor. 4 gigabytes of RAM that is using for memory versus 8, almost 8. Yes, 24 hertz. I guess that's the max megahertz. Over here we got the actual information of the graphics card. Let's see what we got. Here's this, the name of it, and then the technology of it. You can see what actually I'm running. See the memory size and the bandwidth. And then you got sensors. Let me go switch it out to the default one. Here's the information for the onboard graphics on the the 5700G. So, and then here, this one here I downloaded like 3 days ago. This is where I find out where my my actual computer hardware is running at for voltage as well as wattage, how much power it's using. And right down here, if I'm reading that, the power should, where's that damn? I'm reading off the recording screen, powers. So it looked like the package, the total 58.38 watts right now is running the system. Nope. Core, no, that's 56. So it is 58. So I'm like running barely 60 watts in the system. I'm assuming that's what it means. And maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. And these are the clock speeds as their percentage they're being used. And the clocks again. What is this for? Utilization of the processor and the actual clocks themselves. Okay. And okay, the Viper VPN 100, that's my main solid state drive, hard drive that I'm using. I'm so glad I'm never going to use a hard drive ever again because things are so loud. Well, not so loud, but compared to this, just you just hear fans. Mainly you hear the CPU fan. That thing's loud. That's mainly what you're hearing. Got your different temperatures. This is really good utility right here. Look at that. Look at that right there. 9 volts, 9 watts. It's only being used right now for the GPU because it's not running. Now, if I'm running a game, it'd probably be a lot more. I like this utility. I had to look it up to find out what everything is for this utility. I'm like, okay, let me download that. CPUD HW monitor. Right there. Oops, sorry. That's the name of this. I just had to update it too. No, I had to update the graphics card. So, my pretty car. It's just sitting so pretty there. This was summer of last year when I first got the car. But I just wanted to go ahead. Oh, the camera's over here. I wanted to bring that back up, that information up, so you guys are aware of what I'm having hardware-wise installed on the PC. Besides just seeing the stuff, most people would like to know, well, what are you running? Like, what's the numbers it's showing? And CPU-Z is what I'm using for all 3 utilities. And that black one was the CPU-Z, which is the MSI brand version with a dragon. It's black and red. And that's pretty cool because that's their thing. But yeah, I've been having some trouble with the RBG emulating software. I can't download Dragon to use that. I had an update and then it stopped working. All the other utilities worked for MSI Dragon. Then I downloaded MSI, the other software, Control Center or something like that, and it's still not there. So I don't know what's going on because it was there. And then, I don't know, this was last week when it started having this problem. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. They just took it off. And then I have it installed, the RBG controller section, MSI Sync, the RBG Sync. I have it installed, but it's not working. And then I don't know. They're just running on the default that I have. Well, I don't have the camera over there, but I'm running on the default what they have, what I originally had. So I ended up buying, downloaded Open RBG controller. And I don't like the way that's set up. I have to manually do all that all the time. When it comes on, it has to be function. When I had the MSI, it would work. As soon as I put it on, I didn't have to do nothing. It goes back to the last setting that I had. I did not have to load a setting, save a setting, and keep loading every time I turn on the computer. It would just be there when I open up the application. And I don't like that Open RBG controller. It's a white screen. I took it off. So maybe somebody can help me discover or tell me what it is that I'm missing software-wise, because you can tell that the hardware of the controller or the RBG is working fine. And they're plugged in. All I did 4 days ago was switch them out. The locations of the Rainbow RBG from the motherboard. The headers, I just switched out the headers from the CPU to... And now somebody might say switch them back. Well, why would that even have to matter if they're both being controllable from any software? But all of a sudden, if they're not there, that doesn't make sense. Unless it has something to do with BIOS, and I have to redo BIOS, but then that's why I had problems. I ended up resetting BIOS, and it's still running again fine. And I haven't had any BIOS update since I first started the computer. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can find out for me, because I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But I did wanted to post this here. I built my own computer. First time doing it. And I haven't done that before. I looked into computers, but I never built my own. And yes, it was tedious. How neat it looks. That's the fifth time I've been in there arranging stuff. Because I'll be watching YouTube videos myself and getting hints and getting ideas. Like, okay, I should actually do it like this instead. You know, but it is nice looking. I like the way that it looks. It is a micro ATX gaming desktop. That's what it is. It functions as it should, and I'm glad I got it. I invested some money into it, and otherwise something like this probably would cost me like $3,800 just to have this. You know, like that saved me some money. I just took my time, built it on my own term. Zip ties, I ended up buying some extra ones. So I think I took I did take most of them off. The original zip ties I had on there because they were long ones. And then I went to a Harbor Freight supply store and bought the small 5-inch zip ties, and I used that. So it looks really clean in there. I know it does. Well, thank you guys for viewing. Send me comments what you guys think of the PC Buld. Also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and have that get done. Send me your notifications of what you guys think. You know, I know this. Yeah. I'm trying to think while I'm talking here. Is this how the future is? It got to where we just talk to ourselves anyways and expect somebody to comment about something? Where's the live feed at? Even that should be different. You know, have a video and then it's like a video chat, but it'd be posted to a YouTube. Well, of course, you got this Meta coming out, or here now. Maybe they implemented the idea of video to video chat and live type thing here instead of somebody typing information of your viewers and you just read the information and send it back to them. Oh, talk about the comment that they asked or said something about something. I don't do live videos. I mean, I find no sense to do it. I don't have a big audience. But this channel here has started off with my car, and I don't show a lot of videos. I do miss the old videos that I had from my previous car, a 1995 Jaguar XJ6. I miss that car a lot, but I needed to move updated modern. But being that the older car and a classic, it had its problems, and it will always have problems. And you're talking about replacing parts, they have to be Jaguar parts. You can't replace parts in that car that's American parts or somewhere else that's not Jaguar affiliated in some way. You have to get their parts. You know, that's totally different with this Cadillac CTS I have. It's American. You can swap some parts out, like mechanical parts for the engine or transmission or something that deals with the Corvette or the Camaro. You know, some parts. The wheels might be the same base wheel structure. The wheel hubs, it might be the same. Can't even think of the name of it. The dimensions of. I can't think of the word. Maybe, of course, somebody already know because they're watching this video, and they're like, "Hey, it's this, you stupid." The arrangement, I can't think of the word right now, but yeah, the arrangement of the rim and the spokes and how the bolts set on for the wheel hub. That's what I'm talking about. That's probably comparable to a Chevy Corvette of the similar year or Chevy Camaro of the similar year because they're both GM vehicles. Probably for the GM something too. I don't know. Maybe the Impala. No, that's a Chevy. It would be a GM car. I don't even know. I don't know what a GM car. I'm thinking Yukon and Denali or Yukon Denali or Suburban or something like that. Trucks, SUV stuff. On the car, it has been a very good car. It's got some replacement parts for the rear seal and the rear right axle. I had that done this autumn, or past autumn. And recently I had the rear shocks replaced, and I got to get the front struts replaced. I'm going to have that done in the next couple weeks. I got to get that done. Because when it was been cold out, it is like cold start, and like, this sucks. They work, but they're not functioning properly. But yeah, guys, thanks for viewing my video. I hope you guys have a nice day.